Hey guys, Mario Peshev from Devrix. Today's question is, if a digital marketer is really that great, how come they haven't created a company of themselves? Or how haven't they launched entrepreneurship or something doing for kind of themselves? And of course, the follow-up question is, are there any great digital marketers working for any companies out there? Because again, if you can market and sell your product, why don't you start your own product, right? The thing is, I've heard that question numerous times, and the problem is that some of those questions come from people who have worked with marketing agencies or kind of consultants, and they say, all right, I can't even find great marketers within agencies. How can I expect that a marketer is going to be good enough if they're working for another company? Or how can I hire a marketer in-house? Like, those people are supposed to be entrepreneurial by definition and so forth. But that's not actually the case. And I'm going to explain now in the next few minutes. First off, marketing is a pretty broad, has a pretty broad scope of areas that it kind of covers within the broad niche of digital marketing. Some of those are search engine optimization, social media marketing, copywriting, email marketing, affiliate marketing, influencer marketing, PPC, and so on and so on and so on. So it's a broad scope. Expecting someone to understand all of that in the best possible manner is unrealistic. I'm going to take a kind of a separate topic as an example. Like, for example, I always say that there's no such thing as a WordPress expert, because WordPress is so broad and there's so many things you can do in WordPress that you can be a WordPress expert. You can be a power user, you can be a theme developer, a plugin developer, just a backend developer on WordPress. You can be a translator, you can be a support guy, whatever it is. You can't be an expert. It's nobody says I'm an internet expert. An expert on what? So back to the idea of marketing. Like, there are very few people who are really brilliant in all things digital marketing, and most of those have been on the market for like 20 years doing only that, or heading incredibly large teams of different experts reporting to them and explaining like every single test that they have done, why has it failed, and so on and so on. So it's hardly realistic that a great marketer can be great at all things equally. Same goes for everyone else out there. Like, in development there's a term called full stack developer, and it's true that a lot of people can comfortably solve problems in different areas, but they usually have a specific area they're great at, or two or three, and then they can solve the standard problems in most other kind of sub areas. And same goes for digital marketing. For example, a great writer is supposed to understand SEO very well, probably really good at social media marketing, but that doesn't mean that they understand PPC very well and email marketing and so on. Like, there are specific nitpicky details that are important, and that really make the difference at the end of the day, and that's really important to understand. So some of those great marketers are just great marketers in their specific corresponding niches, like subtopics, specific things that they're supposed to do. That doesn't mean that they can do everything else, and in order to sell something, like, unless they want to be a consultant type, just selling what they do, they need to provide a kind of wider retainer package offering several different things. But that's not really the most important thing. The most important thing is actually the type of work that a digital marketer would do as a founder of a company. What's the difference between working for a company and actually starting a company? So when you work for a company, you're not starting from scratch. You already have an existing business with a proven business model, with a proven brand, with specific budget that you work on. There's some traction, there are other people, there's the senior management that can possibly help with something. There are existing clients that you can poll and quiz and kind of refine for the target audience. There's an established set of marketing process. There are campaigns that are working and you can revise, and some that they have failed. Like, a lot of the groundwork has already been laid out before you have even started with a marketing activity in a company. And even if you're a great, like, the thing is, That's why marketing requires some practical experience in a company, or like entrepreneurship for a few years for yourself, in order to actually start selling services, because you need to understand the best practices, you need to learn the ropes of the business, and everything else related to actually running a kind of marketing consultancy or any other type of firm as a marketing kind of founder. So that's one thing. Even great marketers not don't always want to start from scratch, because if they start from scratch, even if they're great, they're going to need 2, 3, 4, 5 years in order to generate some decent revenue and still run a company with, say, 20, 30, 40, 50 people, right? On the other hand, they can become a marketing director at Goldman Sachs, or uh, I'm just, that's a random name actually. Like, it's any large company looking for great marketers. You're going to have access to hundreds or even thousands of people working on different campaigns multinationally, with lots of budgets for testing and trying different things, such as TV campaigns and organizing events and whatnot, which you won't be able to afford as a starting business. Um, on top of that, the entire concept of running a business doesn't revolve around marketing alone. You're either going to sell services or a product. With services, you do have to work. You do have to do the work yourself, but you still start as a consultant, and that's not really scalable. In order to scale, you need to work a lot and then find people and then train and onboard those people, make sure they work properly, handle legal, accounting, and so on and so on. With product, it's kind of similar. You still have to end up like doing product development and probably find technical people building the actual product, then hiring support people, and then again ensuring that payroll is being handled on time, pretty much everything else. Like, a business owner over the first couple of years or 3 years is probably spending 30, 40, up to 50% of their time on the actual business activities. Like, that percentage is dropping. By business activities, I mean their core expertise. That percentage is dropping every few months, every 6 months, every year, simply because you keep growing, you keep scaling, and you need to start doing things that are slightly different or more different. Again, you need to do hiring, product planning, customer support, accounting, legal activities, project management, networking, customer relationship, sales funnels, building processes, a lot of other things that are kind of the role of a CEO, or the CEO has to hire someone and still spend the time with them to establish the best practices, revise certain processes, reiterate on something that has already been kind of agreed on. So in a nutshell, founding a company is not always the best possible option for a great digital marketer. And a lot of great companies have a lot of great digital marketers who simply don't care about starting a company on their own. They may like the 9 to 5 style and working in a great team, in a good office, steady paycheck, probably some commissions or campaigns or bonus based system, but they can still be an incredibly good digital marketer without founding their own company. And still, you can imagine that great marketers who are also entrepreneurial usually don't have a hard time starting a business, because they know the concept of what people need, how to package that in a way that makes people buy from them, and then the rest is just building really the product offering. If they have a great idea, if they are able to gather a brilliant idea from interacting with customers over time, that's kind of one of the best ways to bootstrap a product. But still, it's a lot of hard work, takes a lot of time. Money is negligible over the first years. You're probably going to run a threat, actually. So with that in mind, most people simply don't want to deal with that in the first place. They're fine, getting a decent paycheck, working in a good company, testing campaigns for a lot of money in a company that owns a lot of money, and basically taking it from there.